Ortiz. It's August 12th, 2023. These are the Charles Berry Stalker podcasts. It's about 7 o'clock. So, again, I guess Mr. Perry wouldn't be pulled over and harassed. Even, I guess, we got the officer's name, Nesbitt, who's actually, he's on that list that we've shown a couple times. So, we're going to try this again. When Mr. Perry contacts me, we always get more information. He asked me if Quick Trip was helping. Quick Trip is not law enforcement, Mr. Perry. He asked if the judges were leaking. You mean Judge Egan and Judge Parker? Again, I'm not told who leaks are. I'm not told what information the police are getting from wiretap orders of some sort, or surveillance of some sort, or leaks. I'm not told that. It's a need to know. I don't need to know that. I've said the same thing to you over and over and over and over for years. I'm not told who leaks are. I will never help you. When you're gone, which is what we all want, you're in jail. I'll never be broke again, ever. Somebody from your camp just asked how long can she go without food? Wow. So, we get the help with information, and you guys don't. It has been that way for 10 years. We get the help with information from inside your crime, and you guys all run around going, how'd she know? How'd she find out about that? When you contact me, when you take my money, when you take my privacy, we get more, because I don't like any of that. Mr. Perry, you make my stomach turn. You absolutely make everybody's stomach turn, because you do things that cause a problem all the time. There's always a thing, there's always an ordeal, there's always a major problem and a major loss that you caused. You're the causation. So, but for you being in Oklahoma, causing a lot of problems for me, there wouldn't need to be police getting me, all that kind of stuff. Beforehand, not after. It's to establish mens rea, malicious aforethought. You premeditated it. You caused a problem. You did it on purpose. You're trying to coerce. You're human trafficking. You're a sex exploiter. You're human trafficking. All week he's typing in my phone, why don't you be an escort for me? We can make a lot of money. Jesus. No. Why don't you fuck off? Why don't you fuck off? So, this guy here, this happened this last week, he said what gave Cynthia a hell of a lot of credibility over Charles, in my mind, was not only what was on that list, the McNamara email, the Fabian puzzle, the harassment and entrapment emails, the email to the Florida State's attorney notifying she knew Mike Neely was drugged before depositions were taken of first responders confirming that information, the email about her car being taken followed by 5 car accidents. She said it beforehand, not after. We all learned before and after in daycare, Charles. You need to get a nurse or something. But I would add to that the fact that Charles Perry's always in Oklahoma. They can't get him to leave. I left Lubbock in November 2013. I'm repeating myself, by the way, to get away from him and his harassment and the problems he caused and the threats. He constantly threatened me. And so I left. Why would you not leave? I had a 10-year-old little boy with me that I had to make the tough decision. Do I uproot him from his friends, from his school, from the people he knows, and take him to a whole new place and we start all over again? Or do we put up with this shit until hopefully Mr. Perry gets caught by somebody who will make him stop? At the time, the guys were already investigating him, but we all knew it was going to take a while. I think there was some hope Lubbock police would take care of it, and Lubbock police didn't. It's odd how locals never fucking take care of the problem. It's taking our guys who are not Texas or Oklahoma to get this problem and crime stopped. Now, if you watch the news, you can see on the news how everybody runs to the aid of victims, not the offender. So when you guys run around going, make sure she's destitute. How long can she go without food? Then you wonder why we get the help with information and no one will tell you a thing. You're just slow mentally. You're just very mentally slow. It's cause and effect, same, different, before and after. When you do the crime, to me, it's always different. You get caught beforehand, not after. I found out about the pullover tonight before I went out. I didn't go out. Mr. Perry had arranged a jack-in-the-box DoorDash order for me to pick up. And they had a cop that was supposed to pull me over and throw me in jail. And I guess they wanted it on the 6 o'clock news. For what? Throw me in jail for what? Yeah, everybody's starting to question your sanity and Mr. Powell's. So after I leave Lubbock and I go to the Dallas area, and he made it worse. So I came home to my family. So people now are making fun of you and Matt. How come Matt and Charles are always in Oklahoma, where Cynthia is, and they're always the victim of some crime, one crime or another? It changes every week. And so if that's true, why don't they do what she did and go home to your family? I mean, this is not rocket science. What it really comes down to, though, is I don't believe a word that either one of them say. Why are they always where she is? And then there's all these problems. They haven't lost anything. She's the one that had her car wrecked 5 times. She's the one that can't eat. He's trying to starve her till she lies. They're doing all these false arrests. We say it beforehand, not after. I can't wait until they do it to say something about it. If we get the intel in, I got to put it out right away. We can't wait and to see if they're going to do it. We can't wait until after they do it. We got to put it out immediately, because a lot of times they'll know we already have it. They'll do it anyway. So now we have evidence of malicious intent, malicious aforethought, and premeditation. You planned a crime, you planned a loss, you did it on purpose, you sat down, you thought it through, and then you did it. And a lot of times you know we already have that you sat down and thought it through and planned it, and our information is very specific and very detailed, and you'll do it anyway. So we're like, golly, it's so easy, it's not fair. So that's what this guy's saying. She's got like 5-6 things here that she said beforehand that he did it anyway. And then this Mike Neely thing where she's telling people he was drugged, he didn't do it. And then sure enough, she said it in March. In May, depositions are taken from first responders, and they're saying in their statements, we didn't treat Mike Neely for a head injury or being knocked out in a brawl. We treated him because he was dying of opioid overdose. So, Charles, listen to me what I'm saying. It's very important you stop being stupid and listen to what I'm saying. When you contact me, when you invade my privacy, when you do the crime to me, when you cause me a problem, it's different. You get caught. People are not on your side, bitch. You might have some guys working for you. They're getting caught as much as you are. How long can she go without food? That right there is why we get the help with information, and no one will call you guys back. People, if you watch the news, people run to the aid of the victims. They want to know how the victims are doing. They don't give a fuck about the offender. They don't give a fuck about you. We get the help, you don't. We're quoting you, you're not quoting us. We're naming your people, you're not naming ours. I'm naming people I've never met. Who's Lucius? Who's Calvin? Who's bald and fat? Who's Blankenship and Desiree and Beverly and Kate and Renee and Monique? Who's Geppetto? Who's Sonjay? Who's Nesbitt? Nesbitt was the officer, apparently, that my guys tell me was supposed to pull me over today and cause all the big problem. Make sure I get on the 6 o'clock news. Mr. Perry gets his smear campaign. I've never met these people that I know of. So, we're naming your people. Who's Muffin Man? That's a nickname. Who's the Muffin Man, Charles? Who's Monique? Where is she today? So, we are getting that inside information. We are getting that kind of help. You're not. Because when you guys run around going, let's make sure she has no food. Let's make sure she has no car. Let's make sure she's got nothing left, so she's easier to coerce into being trafficked and exploited and sold and pimped out. We get the help. You don't. You don't. How long can she go without food, he said. Oh my God. Oh my God. That right there is how come we get the help and you don't. When you invade my privacy, when you cause me a problem, when you contact me at all, Charles, I'll never help you. I never have. I am not told who the leaks are, but I would, even if I knew, you need to listen. Everybody's so sick of you. Everybody's sick and tired of you. You are an imposition and a burden everybody wants gone. Gone. And then the problems are gone with you. The losses are gone with you. The pestering and the tormenting and the threats and the threats and the threats. Gone when you're gone. And it's over. And we can finally just go live our lives and not have to be harassed by you. So we can get the information we have every day for 10 fucking years. We can name your people. We've got your code words. And you can't say that. No one's helping you. You don't have our guys' names. They will not call you back. He said, when you started off, I'm going to starve you until you lie, or here's my bribe. Name your price. The price is, give back what you took, get the fuck out. And until you do that, no one will call you back. We have said that over and over and over for years. We'll get more so that he can do it for you in a court of law. We've said that over and over. We say it, then we show you. We say it, then we show you. You're pissing off people with a lot of power. It's different when you do the crime to me. And it's the same every time you do it. We quote you guys every fucking day. All fucking day long. So once again, I cannot even just go to work. Because how would any officer know where I am in order to target pull over me like that? It would have to... My car's registered now. It's fine. There's not one reason why I should just be randomly pulled over. They would have to hack my phone, know exactly where I am, know exactly what I'm doing, just like the intel said tonight. Calvin called in an order at Jack in the Box. They want you to pick up the order. He's got Nesbitt there, somebody named Nesbitt, Officer Nesbitt. I don't know Nesbitt that I know of. The only thing is I can figure out, his name sounds vaguely familiar, as he might be one that pulled me over before. We have traffic court on August 16th. I asked for the list of pullovers. They won't give it to me. So I allege Brady violation. I tell the judge I want a dismissal based on Brady. That's exculpatory, and I'm prejudiced without it. I was targeted. I should have been pulled over that night. So the guy, he asked what's his name? Gabriel Dunbar, the city prosecutor, why don't you give her the list? It's part of discovery. And he says, it's not relevant. And he goes, okay, here's the thing. Write me up a brief that tells me why is it not relevant. At this point, Dunbar is supposed to argue that it is not a Brady violation, it is not relevant evidence, and it should be, he doesn't need to give it to me. That's what his brief is supposed to say. It is supposed to address those questions. This is a court of law. I'm the criminal. Criminals have all the rights. It is, I do have the right to Brady, though. I do have the right to discovery. I do have the right to evidence. I asked for it. I didn't get it. So I'm alleging I was targeted. I shouldn't have been pulled over at all, much less ticketed. By the way, the officer told me that he's not traffic, he's patrol. He can take a police report on domestic violence, and he didn't tell me once, he told me twice. And I said, I did tell you that's what this is, didn't I? And you're not asking me any questions. You're not getting a report to fill out for me. You're running back to get a ticket for them. So, what are you... Well, this is not law enforcement, officer. I don't know. This is harassment. It's a whole different thing than what you say. So, I had been pulled over like 6 times in a few weeks, or like a month or something. Very short period of time, I pulled over like 6 times. Why? Anybody else pulled over that many times in that short period of time? Yeah. No, I don't think so. So, remember, they're trafficking me. They've sold me to some guys in Houston. They took half the money up front. Perry has to deliver. So, what he doesn't get... Look, did you see how he just did that? That's one way he communicates with... Yes, he has to deliver. Charles, trafficking is a very serious crime. You're caught. You're caught. Who's helping me? Oh, yeah, you don't know, do you? What day is he going to arrest you? Oh, yeah, you don't know, do you? When you ask me about leaks, you insinuate that you believe there's law enforcement, that those people are leaking too. So today you asked me if Judy or judges, he said, are the judges leaking? Is Quick Trip helping you? Okay, do you think Quick Trip's helping me? Do you think the judges are leaking to Quick Trip and then Quick Trip tells me? You explain for the court what it is you think is happening. You better have some evidence. Because you have a problem with Huntington's disease. It causes hallucination, delusion, paranoia, psychosis, and impaired cognitive reasoning. So your attorney has to provide evidence of whatever it is you think it is that's happening, that you continue to ask me who's leaking. Or stop asking me. Nobody's leaking to nobody. You guys all run around. How does she know? How did she find out? Okay, stop asking that. Stop asking that question. If there's no law enforcement and you don't have informants or you haven't been infiltrated, stop asking those questions because you don't really believe that's true. You believe Judy and Judge Egan are calling Quick Trip and Quick Trip's telling me. So just say that for the court if that's what you think. And you better have some evidence of it. How embarrassing. The whack job stuff he says. Okay, so he sold me to these guys in Houston. Who's Greg and Tim? Tim has a pilot. We hear that you're with your trafficking business. You got a lot of pilots involved. One of them, Tim. I'll just go kidnap her, throw her on my plane, and turn the transponder off so nobody knows where she is. Who's Greg? I've never met these people. Their names are coming up in police chatter. Okay, so you sold me to these guys in Houston. You took half the money up front. You promised a whole lot of people in Oklahoma, if you help us deliver, we'll give you some money, didn't you? So you owe these people money because you promised it. You can't get the money until I'm delivered. So you're trying to starve me until I'm coerced into it. Girls that are trafficked, they try to take their driver's license, their birth certificate, their everything that you need to survive in the world. Your car, your job, your income, they take it. So you got nothing, literally eating out of a dumpster. Now they come in swooping in. I can save the day. I'll take you to this really nice house in Houston. You can never leave. It's Hotel California. You can't come and go as you please. It's false. Here it is. This is what it is, Charles. Human trafficking comes with a life sentence per count. There's no such thing as concubines. Dum-dum. There's no law governing concubines. Sicko. You're a fucking sicko. And there's coercion is a crime. My guy's going to charge you with coercion, grand larceny with intent to coerce for tonight. It costed me a lot of money tonight. Interference with commerce with intent to coerce. Interference with contracts. For every bill I can't pay because I didn't work tonight, you're going to get charged. Every time you do it. Deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce, supported by the comment the man made, how long can she go without food? We'll just wait this out till she's starving to death and can't stand it anymore. Because I said I'm probably going to have to go a couple of days here without food. So I can make my traffic court date. You're going to impede it? I can't work until because I might get pulled over and arrested, and then I won't make it to traffic court. So in the traffic court case, I'm telling the guy, I need that list. There's already a list. Did you want to add one more guy, Nesbitt? Jesus. That's not policing. That's not policing, Charles. So we hear a lot of comments about how disappointed people are in TPD and the way they've handled this situation. There's a thing called misogyny, gender discrimination, equal protection, all that. Title 18 of the United States Code 1512, 1513 is federal, but there are usually state laws that are the same. Okay, so victim and witness tampering. You're making this easy for us. It's so easy, it's not even fair. You're just a criminal excrement that can't quit shitting himself. Giving us more and more and more and more and more. And he wanted a 6 o'clock news press conference. Right? And delivery and money. That he can pass out the money to everybody he promised it to. If they help coerce me. If they help if they're contributory offenders, they get a little chunk of change, huh? Okay. Did you tell them that part? They might need a criminal lawyer. Did you tell them that part? Okay, so I'm telling the judge, I need the list, and Mr. Dunbar is saying, well, it's not relevant, and the judge says, okay, I need a brief that you argue against what she said in her brief. In your brief, argue against her argument. Duh, that's what lawyering is. I've not been to law school, but I know that. I did take criminal law and criminal procedure. I did make an A in both classes. So he says, college classes. So he says, so he turns in his brief, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, he says, you can't have a misdemeanor, you can't have a hearing on a misdemeanor crime on the grounds of insufficient evidence. And I'm like, well, that's not what I argued at all. I never argued insufficient evidence. I argued a Brady violation. Where's the argument against that? Didn't get it. So now everybody's worried about me going to court on the 16th of August. So what, you want to do your false arrest to impede that process, Mr. Perry? Am I supposed to do without food so I can make sure I get to court so you don't pull some stunt and interfere? Huh? And then you smear me all over the 6 o'clock news, and then we don't have to worry about traffic court where we all fucked up. That comes out in that court. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. So you're giving me a lot more credibility for a lot of people. This guy's not the only one that's not stupid. You're stupid. You think everybody's as stupid as you are. You got a disease. You can tell. It's embarrassing. So we got that. Oh, right here. Mr. Perry, do not contact me again. He just typed in my other phone. I'm here. I hear that all day long. I'm here. I made you broke. Call me. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna make you go. Call me. I'm here. I made you broke. Call me. Is it the judges? Is it Quick Trip? Is it Vladimir Putin? Is it Russia? Is it Peru? Is it your mom? Is it Al? Is it Jim? All fucking day long. Every time you contact me, we get more. I told you not to contact me, fucktard. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't like you. I will never help you. It makes me sick at my stomach every time you pop up. I'll never help you. I'll never help you. You don't ruin somebody's life and starve him to death and then run to them wanting a handout welfare. Yeah, here's my, please help me. I ran your life, help me. Oh my God. Talk about creepy Chucky. Yuck. So nasty. Okay, he's so gross. I mean, Mr. Perry's just the creepiest, weirdest fuck I've ever met in my life. So gross. What does that say? We say it, then we show you every fucking day. When you contact me, he said in March 2020, Cynthia's privacy is not to be invaded anymore. You don't contact her. Don't contact her. Or her family at all. Leave everybody the fuck alone. Leave everybody and everything the fuck alone. Control yourself. And she had better not be broke anymore. Get your hands out of her wallet. Respect the law, respect her, or I'm going to gather a hell of a lot of evidence and intelligence. We're going to take it into court. We're going to use it to put you in jail, and I'll do it for you. And then I'm going to fix the mess you made, and then I'm going to remind you every day, we fixed the mess you made, not you. We got the help, not you. You pissed everybody off. You made everybody hate you. You made everybody miserable. We got the information. We fixed your mess, not you. And we made her happy, not you. You pissed everybody off. So, the longer I'm broke, the longer you're invading my privacy, the more you contact me, the more you make problems, the more you cause loss, the longer Mike Neely's in jail, the more we get. It's been that way for 10 years, dum-dum. It should not take 10 years to spot the pattern. It doesn't get any more mental slow than you. It just doesn't. It's so embarrassing. So, here's the kidnapping plan. We get it before, not after. We're getting the help with information, not you. Nobody will call you back. He said, until you act like you understand the words he said, what I said is, no more invasion of her privacy, stop contacting her and her family, and she'd better not be broke anymore. Get your hands out of her wallet. Stop taking her food. Stop making it where she can't go to work, because you're going to cause a thing. You're going to make an ordeal. Leave everybody alone. Leave everybody and everything the fuck alone. She said no. Everything after that is coercion, kidnapping, false imprisonment, rape. She said no. No means no. One time is all I should have to say that. Listen, I've never in my life had to repeat myself this much. Not even for my kids when they were little. It is so embarrassing. Get a nurse to help you remember what's already been said over and over and over. And we say it, then we show you. We say it, then we show you. And y'all all run around. How'd she know? How'd she find out? When you contact me at all, when you ask me any questions at all, ask somebody else your questions. Bother somebody else with those questions. You're not entitled to know a lot of things you're asking about. You're not. You're the offender. You don't get to know. You don't get to obstruct justice. Stop bothering me. Stop bothering me. Stop it. When you contact me, when I'm broke, because you're taking my money or making it where I can't go to work, I'm just going to work. It's not illegal to dance. It's not illegal to deliver food on any planet. So why are you bothering me when I'm trying to work? Huh? And then I get a call. You can't go to work tonight. Here's what they're going to do. You're going to have to hunker down. Do you have any food? Nope. Can you do without for a day or two? Yep. Guess what? We get a lot of intel when you have to do without food. People get really pissed off. Nobody should have to make that kind of choice. Nobody should have to make that kind of choice. Go without food or go get arrested. And then you get a front page news so that Mr. Perry gets his lie. Yeah, well, instead, we get information, okay? We got this. Very detailed, very specific information. Any other victim find out they were trafficked, and to who beforehand? No, but I did. Anybody else find out you're going to use DoorDash? You're going to hack my phone, use DoorDash, illegal access and use of an electronic device to lure me and coax me to Jack in the Box with money. Where you can have Nisbet, Officer Nisbet, whoever the fuck that is, pull me over and do your little false arrest bullshit and get me on the 6 o'clock so you can stand up and act like you think you're vindicated. Everybody else disagrees. We got the information before because you pissed everybody off. You're extorting money from me so that you can make your millions when you deliver. Okay? When somebody has to make a choice, I gotta do that or not eat. You piss everybody off. We get a lot of intel when you do that. So while it is uncomfortable for me, we get a lot out of it. Why not? Let's do it. The more cool you get, the more intel we get. The more intel we get, the faster we can wrap this up. You're gone. I won't be broke again. I'll never be hungry again. You're gone. That's the goal. That's the objective. You're gone. You're arrested. You're gone. You can't hurt people anymore. You can't sell women anymore. You can't make women do things they don't want to do so you can make a profit, personal profit. You're done. So we get the help. You do not. Watch the news. People run to the aid of the victims, not the offender. Stupid. That's our witness statement. You're really stupid. I mean, it's embarrassing. It embarrasses the hell out of me. Never in my life have I had to repeat myself this much or explain what a metaphor is or an analogy or snark or sarcasm. It is embarrassing. I've never had to deal with people like you. That's our witness statement. Every time you contact me, every day you invade my privacy via voyeurism, rape, or hacker cloning my phone, or you try to talk. I mean, every day that you do it, we get more intel. The intel's being used in court already to get more orders for more intel. When they get it all done, they'll put you in jail, and we're done. No more. You're gone. Somebody complained about that. Everywhere Charles and Dave go, there's problems and drama. And it's not too long, and everybody's broke. So I can imagine they have leaks. I think everybody's sick and tired of it. You can bully and bully and bully and bully and bully, and pretty soon, everybody's had enough of it. They're done with you. Got it? So we get, these are subject lines to emails, like the McNamara email that we got. Okay, I think Nisbet's name is on this list, if that's who was supposed to pull me over. Muffin Man, when you started butting in, when I'm trying to get an apartment and a new car, you butt in. It's none of your business where I live or what I drive, or where I work or when I work. So nobody called you and asked you what you think, did they? No. And you never shut up. And you weren't asked. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma. You are an intruder, not a guest. I moved twice to not have to ever hear from you again. Have no more contact, no more conflict, nothing. Twice. Uprooted my child, made him leave all his friends, made him leave his school, made him leave the people he knew, and start all over in a new place. Twice. To get away from you. So people are having a really hard time stomaching that you're where I live, causing me a lot of problems. We get the help, you don't. We're quoting you, you're not quoting us. We got your names, you don't have ours. Pay attention. So, those are your names, right there. Where's Nisbet? Okay, he's not on this one, but I think he was, I think we've talked about it before. I think I've asked, who's Nesbit? Who is he? Alright, so there's all that. When you invade my privacy, we get more. When you contact me, we get more. I will bother somebody else with your questions. That's why you have an attorney. It is inappropriate for you to contact me at all. I'm not told who your leaks are. It's a need to know, and I don't need to know that, and I don't care. What I care about is why are you invading my privacy and bothering me with your questions, trying to obstruct justice? Why don't you fuck off? I'm not going to be sold. I said that. I said no. I should say it one time. Once. After that, it is coercion. It is then maybe kidnapping, false imprisonment, and rape. I said no. Fuck off. Fuck the hell off. Fuck off. So now, tonight, because I can't work, and I can't buy myself food or pay my bills, you are up shit creek. We found out about that. It's the same thing every day. Same thing every day. That's the sadist. He's a sadist. There's your code words. Every time you contact me, we get more, like your code words. Every day I'm broke, we get more, like your code words. Every day that you're causing a problem for me, we get more, like your code words. Normal people can't imagine why in the world anyone would do what you do. You're a monster. You're a hideous monster. We get the help, not you. We're quoting you, you're not quoting us. We're naming your code words, you don't have ours. We're naming your people, you can't name even one of ours. Our guys won't call you back until you give it back and get out. Get out. They won't call you back. They'll see you in court. Okay? If you give it back, what you took, give back what you took. There's not going to be a threat of, oh, I'm going to starve you until you lie. Or I'll give you what's your price? I'll give you money. I'll give you cash. I'll give you... Okay, first of all, it is illegal to bribe someone and to threaten to starve them until they lie. All of that's illegal. You owe a legal debt, which I've said I'm trying to collect outside of court. But we can certainly do it in court, especially after your your arrest. When you're arrested for trafficking and all this stuff, and then we'll see you in court. Okay? He said, you will not get a phone call from me until you act like you understand what I say. What I said is, don't invade our privacy. Don't contact her or her family in any way, shape, or form, directly or indirectly, ever again. She is not to be broke and have to ask for help. And if she does have to ask for help, you make sure the answer is not no, and there's no drama. Because if there is, it's going to piss off everybody, all your leaks and all of us. People, some of us have a lot of power. You don't know right now what we can and cannot do. So if you can't understand those words, we'll just get the information that we need to do it for you in court. So because you didn't understand the word, we got all this after March 2020 when he said that. We got all this after March 2020 when he said that. We got all those names after March 2020 when he said that. Because you didn't understand the words. They're not hard. Respect her, respect the law, or I'm going to do it for you. That's our shrink. I don't think he understands what people say. That's what she said. I don't think Mr. Perry understands what people say. Can we tell her? Can we tell if it's her yet? Mr. Powell calls up here all the time. In her DoorDash job, where we hack it, get around an algorithm that chooses drivers randomly. have our guys order and get her on their doorbell camera or something. Can we tell if that's her? Did we hack the right account? Wow, what a question, Mr. Powell. What in the world kind of question is that, Mr. Powell? What difference does it make to you when and where I work, huh? I moved away from y'all, all you Lubbock weirdos. There's like 5 people in Lubbock that I respect, and I don't know how the fuck they stand it. When you contact me, he just did it again. When you contact me, Charles, we always get more. So all those, when I said subject lines, see this right here? We're getting her kicked out of school. There won't be any school loan money. There won't be a graduation. There won't be anything, but she's going to suck dicks for us. We're going to escort her out. Duly noted for the record, you made that specific threat. Okay? Duly noted for the record, you made that specific threat. When you first started messing with my school, all of a sudden we started getting information on your compound, and Natalie Holloway might be there. Compound in Houston where all those women are, and you've got children with your concubines. Charles, does Jacqueline know that? Does Jacqueline Perry, your wife, your kids, Jordan and Matthew, do they know? How weird. What a weirdo. And didn't you tell one of the guys from the FBI? They are, yes, we have that, but they're not, they're there of their own free will. Well, then why can't they come and go as they please? Do they all have regular jobs? Can they all can they go to school? Because if I'm not there and you're already interfering with stuff that doesn't concern you, then I highly doubt that. I highly doubt they're there of their own free will. You're trying to starve me until I go. Take her car, take her driver's license, take everything she has, get her a passport, and force her, against her will, to go and be delivered. We're going to make you. I'm going to get. Threaten and threaten and threaten and threaten and threaten. You do that to me. I'm not in that place. So what are you doing to them? Those girls who are. I'm sorry, but you're full of shit. And I hope to God that the FBI guy was smart enough to see past your bullshit. Okay. I mean, it's not hard. You're not the brightest bulb. You're not all there. So we duly noted that threat for the record. And then we got... There's the McNamara email, Charles. I'm going to false arrest her and coerce her. And then you did it. And then you dismissed the charges, but not... Here's what he did. They do the false arrest, filing a false police report in retaliation for a public servant doing his job. I'm charged in Lubbock. You have to file a false police report. You have to file a police report to get a protective order. If somebody's threatening you with false arrest and death, you need a protective order. He knew you have to file it. They had me arrested within a week. No evidence was collected. Nothing. No detective talked to me and collected evidence properly or put it into nothing. So first of all, he's gone to Judge Hanson and said, there's a false police report filed. Okay, Judge Hanson should have at that point said, where's the list of evidence and where's the police disposition that tells me it's false? You don't have one. There was no investigation. You obstructed justice. And, by the way, destroyed my evidence. There was video evidence that got destroyed. There was blood evidence that got destroyed. Because you guys were giving me arsenic. I'm going to show all the documents. I've already shown them. They're already on every fucking court docket there is. So, I've been telling everybody. He's trying to arrange a false arrest. He's trying to put me in jail to make me lie. To coerce me. So, I'm following the laws in the state where I live, Oklahoma. And you accused me of committing a crime. In Texas, where I don't live. Somebody had that argument with you recently where you and Matt are calling, oh, she's in violation of penal code, Texas penal code, blah, blah, blah. And that guy goes, yep, she's not in Texas. She's been in Oklahoma for 9 years. The girl slept in her car for 6 months and didn't get to eat because she wouldn't go to Texas. Where her ex-husband lives, my ex-husband has a spare bedroom. I could have gone to stay at his house. Instead, I slept in my car and didn't eat for 6 months. You're trying to do that again. To coerce trafficking. You act like everybody's stupid like you, Charles. By the way, when you did that to me and I'm in jail, look whose name is on that puzzle they gave me in jail. It wasn't up to you, was it? No, it was not. These are texts that I sent to Fabian the night David Robertson came into my work, where I am. He came where I am in Oklahoma, where I came to get away from Charles and be with my family. And I had a conversation. There's the McNamara email. It says he's trying to false arrest me to coerce. It's dated October 29, 2015. I sent it before. I get this in jail. When I'm hungry, when you invade my privacy, hack my phone, voyeurism, whatever it is, butt into shit that doesn't concern you, get in, mess with my school, mess with anything. When you cause me problems, when you contact me or my family, when I'm broke, Mike's in jail, these guys that can do that, they get up your ass, and then we start finding stuff out, and then y'all go, how did she know? How'd she find out? You're pissing off people with a shit ton of power. How long do you think she can go without food? One of your guys just asked a few hours ago. Oh my God, that's why we get the help and you don't. That right there is why we get the help. Notice that says, everybody, Fabian is intersecting with the word hope. It's surrounded by the word boo, representing fear and sadness, and Charles is the selfish butt in here. Yep. The probability of his name coming up random is definitely less than if it was your name. So we get this, yes, we're giving you arsenic. Oh my God, wow. So I filed a police report on the 21st. They charged me with this and arrest me on the 29th, just not even a week. And Detective Egan did not call back until the 15th. She's asking for evidence. So where's the false police report? And then the second part of that is the police report was filed falsely, specifically in retaliation for Mr. Perry's job as a senator. Where's the political vendetta? Still to this day, there's no issue. There's no tweets. I rant when I'm pissed. You're going to know it. There'll be something somewhere. You're still trying to think something up all these years later. There's not one. You don't matter. You're one of the smallest districts in Texas. You were the new guy. I was in politics all my life. I had plenty of people to call. If I have plenty of people to call, if I want something changed or done, I'm going to call the people that have been there a while and have some pull. I'm not going to call the new guy who doesn't know anybody or anything, or you didn't know shit. You needed my help. It's like if you've lived in a neighborhood for 5 years and some new guy moves in, and you go to the new guy who just moved in and say, introduce me to all the neighbors. It makes that much sense. Stupid shit you guys do and say, here's the thing with my car. Wow, let me do this. See if they'll let it work. Sometimes they jam this up and it just won't work. It should work. It's not. Yep. What'd I say? Yeah. Okay. So, we got. This was in August 2019. It's not legal, but I will have her car towed and sold before she figures out that it's not legal. And then I had five car accidents. This was what I reported to Mike Lee. 6 days later, he's accused of murder, but ends up with not a bruise on him, not a mark on him, nothing. He's found dying of opioid overdose and treated with that. I say it in March 2020. That's when Mr. Perry really started threatening, and then the guys were like, yeah, I don't think you're going to do that. Not without paying for it. Right now, you're paying with intel. The intel we get will be used to convict you. You're making it really easy. I mean, 6 times I get wrecked. My car gets wrecked. It's pathetic. I mean, it's absolutely pathetic. See if I can find all the pictures of the car wreck. Bunch of crap on here. Look. Point out for me the marks on him that look like he was in a fight. Oh yeah, they're not any. That's my son. He was in a fight. But nobody died. He was hit 3 times and then everybody went home. So why does he look like that and he looks like that? Even the arrest report said only one thing. Red, swollen right hand. Well, he's got an IV needle in it. He didn't do it. There's no way. But he took my police report for car vandalism 6 days before. Here's that. There's my email to the Florida State's Attorney. He didn't do it. That's dated in March. This is dated May 16, 2020. He was treated with Narcan. See? I read the whole docket cover to cover. How did I know that, Charles? When you cause me problems, they go at you. Everybody wants you gone. Here's all the car accident. There's this one. That was a hit and run. There's that one. Right at the wheel. Both of them right at the wheel. Right at the wheel. This one was also an attempt at the wheel. He hit me in the back of the bumper here. There's nothing on my bumper. He accused me of backing into him, and I'm like, well, here's what's interesting. You got the paint scuff on the back on your bumper. So how do I hit your bumper with the side of my car? Yeah, I don't think that's possible, dude. I think you're full of shit. Now send me a picture of that. And he never did. I said, watch, I'll never hear from him again. And I never did. This was the brick thrown at me on the freeway. It hit the asphalt and bounced up under my car and split the engine in two. What if that was my head? Okay, so all this stuff is happening to me, not you. You're in Oklahoma. You don't live in Oklahoma. You have no business being here. So who is it you think you're fooling? When our guy said, we don't call anybody back that acts like they don't understand us. We're busy getting intel to put you in jail because we're going to do it for you. Mr. Perry, we get the help, not you. We're quoting you. You're not quoting us. You respect women. She said, no, leave her alone. Leave her alone. And if you don't, we're gonna make sure that we get enough intel to do it for you. And we'll fix all the mess you made. And we'll clean up your problems and your drama. And then we'll remind you every day for the rest of your life. We fix the messes you made, not you. And we made her happy, not you. You made everybody pissed and miserable. We got the information. You did not. Why are you in Oklahoma? If you're being... the complaint was Matt and Charles complained constantly that they're all up in Oklahoma and they're always the victim of some crime. It's always changing what crime it is. Well, if that's true, then maybe they should do what Cynthia did. She's getting harassed by Charles in Lubbock. She went home to her family. You two, go home to your families. Because what I'm seeing is you guys are always in Oklahoma and you won't leave. She's the one that can't eat. She's the one that has 5 car accidents. She's the one that has a McNamara email and a false arrest. You don't. She's the one that has a list of pullovers. So it looks to me like you're full of shit. Quit insulting my intelligence. And I would add to that, the guy said, they're always in Oklahoma. So what that did is that gave her a whole lot of credibility in my mind over them. I think they're full of crap. We're getting the help, not you. People do not run to the aid of the offender. They always run to the aid of the victim. We get the help with the information. You do not. He said, give it back and get the fuck out. Or I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to get a lot of intelligence. We're going to take it into court, and we're going to do it for you. If you want me to call you, you're going to have to act like you understand me. Otherwise, I'm busy. I don't have time for this repeat stuff. That's one thing we're all looking forward to, is that when Mr. Perry's gone, there's no more repeat. So here it is right here. We document it before, not after. We're not going to wait to see if you do it or say something about it after you do it. We're going to say it before. The whole point is establish malicious aforethought and premeditation and mens rea. So we got this whole thing. Nisbet was supposed to do it. Who the fuck is Nisbet? I've never done anything mean to Nisbet. Yeah, see, nobody's doing anything to you. You're coming to a state where you have no business being, where you don't live, and you're making the people that live here victims of your crime, and we're all tired of it. When the guy said, everywhere Charles and Dave go, it's all problems, it's all drama, and everybody's had enough of it. And it's not too long, and everybody's broke. Wherever they're around, they make everybody broke. And he said, I for one can tell you that is everybody's had enough of it. Everybody's had enough of it. So there was one that we got last night where some guy was like, I was hoping to see her back on the pole. And the person talking to him said it's not going to be the same. I have a knee injury, so I'm definitely not in the shape I used to be because I haven't worked out for a little bit due to the knee injury. Now, that's not something I can't change in a couple of months. You can. But the knee injury is still not right. My knee still pops in and out of place all the time. It's not near as bad as it was. It's definitely much, much, much better. But the thing is remember, if you wanted me out at that club, which everybody kept trying to push me to go out to the club, I could have been waitressing. You could waitress with a knee injury, but you guys had that girl push me out of that with the, let's try to set her up on a petty larceny thing, right? You guys arranged a problem. You guys make my workplace hostile and problematic. So then I don't go to work, or I can't go to work. It's too dangerous. You're going to cause a major catastrophic loss. Then I can't pay my bills, then I can't eat. Interference with commerce with intent to coerce. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. Interference with contracts with intent to coerce. Deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. Illegal access and use of an electronic device. Witness and victim tampering. Those are what's going to hit you. Okay? When they're ready to file the charges, every time you do it to me, that's what you're going to get hit with. You do. You choose what you choose, princess. You know every time you do the crime to me, you get caught. Every time you do the crime to me, you get caught. You got in my school, we got the compound information, and maybe Natalie Holloway's there. We haven't confirmed that. Nobody's seen her that I know of. If they may have, and they just haven't told me yet. But you guys were talking about it. Maybe the people investigating us is Aruba, and maybe you're on Vandersloot talked. We don't know. This isn't your crime international? So everybody was trying to get me back to the club, but only dancing. But only dancing, not waitressing. Yeah. So this guy's like, you did all this shit to her, even if you go out there, and if she figures out who you are, you're not gonna be BFFs. You've taken everything she cares about. She's not gonna help you. She's not gonna want to be around you. In fact, she might kick the shit out of you. So, I mean, don't sit there and fantasize about it. That's what the guy's basically telling him. You guys sit around and fantasize about this shit, and it's bizarre. It's just fucking bizarre. So we got that last night, because when Charles contacts me, we always get more. When he invades my privacy, the guys invade his. They have a court order. He just has a weirdo problem. When you take my money, they take from you. They take intel. You pay for it with intel. Intel nobody else has. No other victim has this stuff. I do. Why is it different when you do it to me? Repeat, 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 repeat. We're so glad when you're in jail, we don't have to repeat ourselves anymore. Never in my life had to repeat myself this much. So, I mean, it's so embarrassing that you're that stupid. I mean, you need a nurse. You really do.
Hey, men. Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman's giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public, it doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. You need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
Oh, that's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want to pray for this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men. Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman's giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. You need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
Oh, that's okay. I don't care. That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want to pray for this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my god. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me.
Stepdad's been raping you since
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Stepdad's been raping.
I said no, I said leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. When you contact me at all, we always get more. Because the guys get all pissed off at you. They're just like that guy in Bacon. Leave the woman alone. If she said no, no means no. Get out of her, get your hands out of her wallet, take your hands off her, and leave her alone. Leave everybody and everything the fuck alone. Get a life. Fuck off. Leave her alone. Because if you don't, we'll make you pay with intel, and we're going to use that intel to take you to court and put you in jail. And you're done. We don't have to mess with you and be bothered by you ever again. That is the objective. No one's gotten closer to that objective than we have. And the more you contact me, and the more you invade my privacy, and the longer I'm broke, and the longer Mike Neely's in jail, it's cause and effect. We always get more. Victims feel bad for us. I'm sorry, people feel bad for us, the victims, not you. They're mad at you for putting me through this. Everybody's glad when I'm okay. Fucktard, do you get it now? I get to define how you make me feel. You make me feel raped. I don't like you. You make me sick at my stomach. You're disgusting. I feel nothing for you but deep, deep, deep disgust. Everybody does. That's why we get the information. We get the help with that. You do not. We're quoting you. You're not quoting us. You're making everybody mad. Acting like this bitch. Hands off. Get your hands out of her wallet, or I'm gonna come after you and I'll kick your criminal ass like it has never been kicked before. And he's not wrong. He has. He does. He is. So what day is he gonna arrest you, and how bad is it gonna be? Yeah, however bad you make my life, that's how bad he'll make yours. Now, did not Judge Carkendall say, I need you to leave her alone so I can rule out provocation and entrapment? We've been over that too. Anybody can look at all this stuff. There's Mike's case, we Sherlocked, everything. Pinto, soliciting prostitution. He'll pay you $5,000 if you'll sleep with him and be creeped out for a couple hours. Solicited prostitution for you. Now you see why we have a problem with equal protection and gender discrimination in Oklahoma. It's hillbilly. Alright, the use of technology shows about how stalkers use technology to stalk and harass women. Sex trafficking involves stalking. This is TPD is what police are supposed to do. Okay? Yeah, we're not fans of TPD. A lot of people have expressed great disappointment with them.
I don't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. me. That's why I moved.
No. Just talk
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you.
What
I don't ever
happens?
want to hear your voice, you. Please,
what
God
happened?
bless you, but
What
please leave me
happened?
alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't.
About
Stop
stress.
stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
No. Just talk
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I
What
don't ever
happens?
want to hear your voice, you. Please,
What
God
happened?
bless you, but
What
please leave
happened
me
with
alone.
stress?
Please leave me alone.